What's up, everyone? Arctic here, and yes, this is a running ranked episode, and yes, this is Overrun. I am on the Locust round. This is actually the second round of this game. If you guys want to watch the first round, I have the link in the description, and it will be annotated at the end of the video, so you guys can see round one. There's no commentary on it, and it is on the Amazing MLG channel. That's where a lot of my teammates and myself post extra Gears of War gameplay, other games that we play. So if you're interested in watching round one, I know the last time I only posted one round, a lot of people were kind of upset that I didn't include the first or second round of whatever gameplay that was, because they wanted to see how the full game played out. And this was a pretty intense match. The first round, I guess I can kind of talk about it a little bit. The opposing team dropped out, and this is one of the things I kind of have an issue with Overrun on Gears of War, and I've kind of alluded to it in the past, is that the matchmaking system that Epic has implemented, when you apply a game type like Overrun, it just falls apart unless you are playing with a team. And I'm playing this all by myself right now, and I guess I should kind of clarify this in this episode. One of the reasons I like to play by myself so much is that I want to get the experience that a player that maybe is rolling solo, or is having a tough time, or is experiencing team fire against a certain number of players, or I want to feel more attuned to how the general public plays the game, so that way I'm not always jaded in that, like, I'm running a party of 5 and then we're just mopping the floor with people. This is a really intense game, and one of the things I was going to say with this particular game is that I think they had 2 players drop out of their team on the COG side in the very first round, and we really struggled individually as a team trying to get this together, and we were outnumbering them, and the bots were pretty competent in shutting down my teammates. And some of the things that I've noticed in Overrun is that since there's no communication, there's not a lot of coordination and teamwork that goes in in line with that kind of comes with communication, and it's sorely missing in this game type. It's just one of those ones where if you don't have that teamwork going on and that communication, things can get really messed up really quickly. And so as you guys have seen in the past, whenever I'm rolling with my teammates, the experience is a lot different, and you guys can see that, like, we're pretty much running over people. And if I play this by myself, it's vastly different. You can play 1 or 2 guys that are working together, and if you have a team of just solos, unless they're pretty good and competent and they played enough Overrun, they're just all over the place. You get overlapping characters, you get and when I mean overlapping characters, those are like players that are not filling the role that they need to, and it really just deteriorates the play experience and what Overrun can offer in a team versus team scenario. Now, I actually did a scrim with Quindo Hoyo, Skyless, Modded Talent. You guys might remember him from one of my running rank dual commentaries. I'll link his channel down in the description. And maybe it might have been Tense on Overrun, and we played against some of the competitive hype festation guys that you might know from Gears of War 3. I think it was Kenny. I don't know what team he's on right now. Maybe it's SYN. Maybe that sounds right. We had a couple other players. It's PR, and I think 2 other guys. And the first game, it seemed like they didn't really play a lot of Overrun, and they didn't know what strategies they wanted to use, and so we pretty much ran over them. Second match we played, it was a lot more even, and it seemed like they kind of wanted to mimic what we were doing because they hadn't had a lot of experience. And we still nearly won, but it was a lot closer. And that's just a combination of they've probably been playing together a while, they know how important communication is, and it really changed, obviously they can adapt quickly. It changed the outlook of the game. So Modded Talent, after he played that game was just like, oh, I see what you were talking about with Overrun. This is pretty intense. There's a lot of communication that's going on, and you know, you can see the competitive viability of the game type once you get into that atmosphere. And you know, I think a lot of people just don't understand the gravity of how good this game type is because of that lack of communication and teamwork that goes in with again the current matchmaking system. So I haven't really talked too much about this game. I started off I think with a ticker, and I was able to kind of sneak in there and get some of the barricades down at the very beginning. You guys can see this is really close. Again, we are only playing 3 people. I think we have 4 at this point. One of our guys quit out, and so we have a bot. They have 2 bots, and you know, I have no idea what I should do. So what I'm trying to do right now is get a grenade on this E-hole, because I think it does like 10% damage, 9% damage or something like that, and then Lancer it down. And I think a combination of the Serapede and myself, we're able to get that out right at the buzzer. They would have literally won the game because they didn't advance, as you guys will see in the other gameplay if you watch it. They didn't advance past the first round, or I'm sorry, the second round. They didn't pass the second round. So all I'm thinking is like, we got this in the bag. This is what I was thinking, you know, going into this round. Second round, I was like, we got this in the bag. These guys know what they're doing because we shut them down. And it was like a combination of their teammates quitting, which effectively made it more difficult for them to advance. And I kind of overestimated my team. So one of the things I don't like about Overrun is at the beginning of the round, I would much rather, instead of going into that transition where you keep your same character, I would rather switch if that is an option. And right now I'm just being a sneaky beaver. I switched back to the Wretch based off of knowing they only have 3 guys. We have 4. And based off of how my teammates were playing, I was like, okay, I got to try to get this down as much as possible, which I'm doing right now. I'm trying to be a disturbance, make them come towards me so my teammates can work on those barricades, and I'm just going to basically disrupt as much as I can the E-hole at this point and do damage. And I just kept doing it. This route right here is so incredibly useful if you have the Wretch. You guys see they left it wide open again. I'm in there on that E-hole just smacking it, smacking that ass, smacking that. You guys remember that from that live commentary that I did. But they take me out right there, and they're kind of paranoid at this point. The guys that were pretty offensive are like, okay, we need to sit back because he's really doing a lot of damage. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this again. I think I can get enough smacks in. So my mindset right now is I'm not going to rush in. I'm trying to kind of get a gauge of where they're playing, and I'm just sitting up here because the bot is a sniper. He's not really going to engage on me, and I can kill the bot. If it was a human player, it's a little bit better. You guys see there's a guy on the turret, both sides of the turret actually. There's a guy there in the middle, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for my opportunity to engage. And as soon as that guy leaves, I hop over that gate and I start wailing on it again. And this is to get the win, to end this game before they can kill me. He didn't have his Nasher out, and I'm just wailing it again. And Sneaky Beaver won that. That was all me. It was a combination of you know, them only having 3 and us having 4, and knowing how to play with that Wretch there at the end. So hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay, and until the next time, I will catch you guys later. Peace. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like the video and subscribe for future installments in the Running Ranked series.